have a little bit of an unusual situation here where I have a toilet that won't fill up at all. I turn on the shutoff valve from the house that supplies the water to this toilet, and I've moved this Fluidmaster fill valve and it's not doing anything. So I'm going to look at replacing that first, and then also just kind of take care of some other regular maintenance by replacing that flapper ball, because it looks like it has some age to it. So that is the approach for this project here today. The way I'm going to approach seeing if there's any water coming to this toilet area is to see if that shutoff valve is supplying water. So I went in and turned it off because I want to remove this Fluidmaster here. There is a sleeve on it. I have a sample of a new one here that kind of pulls up, which allows you to pull out the housing from this mounting portion that goes onto the toilet, and so allow me to take this thing out and then see if water will come up through the mounting portion of this old Fluidmaster. So I've done that and shifted it up, and as you can see here, here's the top of the mounting bracket piece to the Fluidmaster here, and I want to see if any water is coming up through it. Okay, so it looks like some water is coming through it with a fair amount of pressure. So looks like this Fluidmaster is bad, and so the project is going to be quite easy. All we need to do is just take the new one that I have here and put it down here, and then just go ahead and pull that sleeve down, and now that Fluidmaster is in place, it won't move when the water gets turned back on. So what I've done here is I've taken the old hose here, and I'm going to take and just connect it to this Fluidmaster fill valve and put it in this portion of the flush valve, and then test it out and see if it gets running. Okay, looks good here. I'm going to go ahead and shorten this thing so that the lid fits on nicely and doesn't cause that water to be constricted at all. Pretty pleased with that. The water level is consistent with the way it was set up before. The water level is below the top of this flush valve, so the toilet's not going to run. It seems like the flapper ball is holding a nice seal. I'm still going to replace it because the old one, I'm not sure of its age. It does show that it's pretty old, and I don't want to have to revisit this toilet anytime soon. So let's give it a flush and see how it goes. Okay, so this is going to be the part where I go and replace the flapper ball. Just took out the flapper ball, and you can see here that the rubber on it is very rigid. So it is best to replace it, because this one, as you see, has some flexibility and is supple and still kind of moist. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to shorten the chain compared to the last flapper ball that was in there, just because it was a little long for my liking, and I want it to be kind of reactive for when you go and you take and pull the handle on it. Just take the chain, this little clip here that connects to the toilet handle, and you just bring it down a little bit further onto the flapper ball chain, and then just connect it. So let's get it started and see how it goes. What I've done in replacing this flapper ball is I've taken the chain and I've gathered up the slack to it and connected it to the little hook that goes onto this toilet handle. That way it is not too long to where the slack might go and get caught underneath the flapper ball, and when it closes, cause it to run. So that's today's Mr. Fix-It tip.